so funny going back to the city you were essentially raised in. You can see the Ambassador Bridge right over there. And then this is something new that they put up. I don't think I remember seeing this. The roundabout was always here. This is downtown Windsor. Yeah, the Chrysler building, that's the CIBC building. There's actually the Windsor Club at the very the highest floor has the Windsor Club, actually. But this restaurant, Bistro, is really good and they're known for their bruschetta. The pub that has really good beer. Best garlic potatoes you will get in Windsor, and a hefty amount of garlic too. And then this is the very famous shawarma. See how thin it is? Yep. Need a little peppermint hot cocoa and a shot of peppermint flavoring. So we have a peppermint cocoa. I was gonna say mocha, but then I was like, there's no coffee in this. But I think this is one of the best coffee shops of like downtown Windsor. But then you know if you had it right, go to Rockefeller in the honestly, this is such an underrated breakfast spot right across Dougal Parkway in this plaza. Oh, hi.
When you guys were going to school, buy all those frozen
Eggo waffle. Yeah, they renovated this place. Yes, it's still the same plates. The iconic Paul's Kitchen plates. So my mom's pancakes. Woo! And then these are the Paul's famous hash browns. Dad also got the same thing as what I did. It's a garden omelet with green peppers, mushrooms, feta, a bunch of other veggies, and then some rye toast.
Following that.
Can I cut it up? Is it good? Do you like the pancake?
Oh, very nice. It's salty.
It's not too sweet.
No.
Okay.
70% of the house we have renovated. Basement renovated, kitchen renovated. Now the living room and the 3 rooms upstairs.
One of the bedrooms into like a yoga studio. No, like an at-home studio.
No, why? Why do I need hotel? What?
Yeah.
I would have taken it.
I don't think they made it the best though, to be honest. I've had better. I feel like maybe they just, I don't know.
How is everything good?
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Some rusk. There's like cumin in this. This is really good chai. Trying to figure out dinner. We can go to Spago's, but I didn't know that they opened a Caesar's location. There's a place called A Dog's Breakfast. What kind of name is this? That's so rude. And it's a vegan spot. I really want to do Antonino's. See, they do breadsticks and their marinara sauce is so good. Braided garlic bread. Oh, and they do cannolis. I didn't know they do desserts here. Morning and welcome to this special desi vlog in Windsor. We have the entire house going right now. Position you. Please don't mind my hair. Living the bun hair life until I, get myself all dolled out. We have some traditional South Indian food going on. Most people think South India is just dosa, sambar, idli, chutney. There's more to it than just that. So we have the kitchen fully running. On the lunch menu for today is one of my favorite meals together. You'll notice in a lot of South Indian cooking, it's a mix up of different sides to make the main meal itself. So we'll have some rice, and then on top of the rice, we have something called parpu. That parpu you'll add onto it, and then you'll put ghee on top of that. You'll mix that, and then we have something called reconnecting, which is one side that you add on top of the rice. It's like a tamarind base, really sour and really spicy at the same time. And the sourness of the imli and the spiciness that you add the spices. I'll show you how my Amma makes reconnecting, and it's, in my opinion, one of the best reconnecting that's out there. And on top of this, we do kira masia, which is like a spinach-based side dish. Third side dish would be a beetroot curry. Now, when I say curry, in a lot of South Indian cuisines, we don't add any masalas to it, like steam boiled in a kadai, and with some mustard seeds and some salt. That's basically it. And if you want to be fancy, you can definitely add desiccated coconut, like unsweetened, this natural coconut that you get in the packages or in the frozen section. Don't have frozen coconut. Come in. Yeah. If you don't have frozen coconut, you can definitely use desiccated, unsweetened, but you don't want to use the sweetened kind. I'm telling them that in our South Indian cuisine, it's mainly different side dishes that make up a big meal. So the vetta korma, beetroot curry, kira masio, parpu is all essentially sides with the rice, essentially. What is parpu made out of? What dal is that? dal, yeah.
And
So
ghee added.
no, I told that. Yeah, the paruppu is made out of tur dal, so it's a little bit more thicker than your regular North Indian dal. I have some videos here of me making masoor and moong dal. In comparison, tur dal is a little bit more thicker, so the consistency of it is going to be a lot more baby food consistency, essentially.
Now come and see.
Oh.
Wanna come in?
Okay, this will be
Hi.
Finally home. The new kitchen.
What are you making today, Ma?
pepper black. Homemade sambar powder.
Oh, my sambar powder. There's no vegetable powder.
There is, but this also gives a beautiful one. If you have the paparbu powder, you can do it. But I always use sambar powder to do rasam, paparbu, sambar, everything.
Oh.
All in one. You know the tamarind juice now is raw now.
Okay.
That rawness has to completely go away.
Oh.
So it has to blend it with that powder, that sambar powder.
So is this at medium or is that high heat?
Yeah, but because
high heat.
but this is my smallest burner.
Oh, okay, okay.
So that heat, I will never do a taparmi in these big burners.
No burn.
Yeah, so but I want it in a medium heat, but throughout a consistent heat. So I use
If you're doing it in a big burner, what would you do?
I would put the number as maybe a medium number, not that full high.
Okay. So you want it to reduce in size?
It will reduce it will condense.
My mom is the meal prep queen. Do you want to show the camera?
I buy fresh spinach from the store.
Yeah.
And then I wash them and I cut them and I bag them and freeze them.
Wait, and on top of it, do you see she like labels? It actually says August 18th, excellent, and this one, that's the date packaged. Yeah. Look at that meal prep, guys. Freezer meal prep ready.
This is two spinach bunch.
Oh, okay, okay. What did I say? Meal prep queen. So now is the tamarind cooked?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Little turmeric.
Yeah.
Then I put cumin seeds. You microwave it again.
Okay, for how long?
Maybe 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
I I will put some water.
Oh, for the steaming?
Little bit. Because when the microwave, sometimes it water gets evaporated, right? See, now this is cooked. So now my garnishing part. See, look how it is a little bit of watery part.
Yeah. Oh, you use rice flour, okay.
Because this will go well with rice flour.
Oh.
So I just take a small
Can you
part.
use regular flour, like all-purpose flour?
I've never used it,
What about
but you have to
cornstarch?
try. You have to try because those are all go well with soupy something items.
Yeah, this is not a soupy item. You're just here so that the spinach gets thickened and so the liquid evaporates.
Now தாளிச்சு போட்டுருவேன்.
Is in full cooking mode. On the menu for today is to eat some delicious home-cooked South Indian food. This dish is one of my favorite dishes of all time. Just so excited to be living this present moment because I have waited for this day for quite some time to, you know, just relearn the South Indian cooking that I completely have forgotten and also just like neglected only because like it does involve a lot of skill and skill includes a lot of practice. So the more I practice, the better I'll get. So these videos are just a way for me to capture my Amma's recipes and hopefully help future Vidya in case I forget. But also, you also want to dabble into South Indian cuisine. You know, this is the most authentic way you can go at it, which is from another South Indian Amma who's learned it from her Amma, my Pati, and then my Pati learned it from her mom, and it's just, you know, generations of Indian women teaching other Indian women. That all said, let me know what you guys are doing. How are you? Are you, you know, where are you watching from? What time of day it is? I'd love to get to know a little more about you. No, you get.
No, let me serve you.
Okay. நேத்திக்கு வளாம்பிக்கே சொன்னியோல்லையோ I became all right. பசிக்கிறது இப்ப சாப்பிட. See, those are all good thing, தெரியுமா?
That I crave for.
This is home food.
You know the lady back here? She delivered a baby. Yeah.
I didn't even know she was pregnant.
They became friends with Hari and Haro.
Oh, I thought it was already born.
Yeah. Very young couple of Chemunjia. Hi, Soli.
I really met them.
You met them? You met them with the baby? Fixing
When
the backyard.
Yeah, that's when I was here.
The Saravana Bhavan, don't they make Vattakanta? They don't?
They make sambar, they make rasam. Because this is, like, Vattakam is very acquired. And that was the other new thing. I did not know they have sambar powder. Eat it on the couch. It's like adventure. And if you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Vidya. I am the founder of Cheek to Your Diaries. Now, this is a space that combines food and storytelling, and I'm trying to build a community both in real life and online because that matters to me, and doing it in the most authentic way I can. Now, every Fridays and some Saturdays, I drop a food review series that I call Desi Girl Approved, and this is my 100% self-funded food review series that I do to showcase hotspots, things to do in your city, and even BIPOC food brands because that matters to me. The collaborations that I do to highlight and showcase these brands as well as restaurants, 100% for free and are paid by me. It's just my way of paying it forward to the immigrant communities that make up our neighborhoods and build it with rich, vibrant history. But on top of all this, Desi Girl Vlogs is just my way of showing you I'm just a 32-year-old brown Desi girl living in Toronto and sometimes visiting my parents here in Windsor and trying to literally do it all. Good morning and welcome to another Desi Girl Vlogs from Windsor.
Hi, good morning.
I still need to work on the angles of these cameras. You guys get to see my mom making yogurt, homemade yogurt. So hopefully I get to catch that in time. We have some milk. Cheers. Cheers. Oh my gosh. There's nothing better than home coffee because home coffee equals Amma's coffee. Delicious. It is so good. Oh my gosh, I've been here for the past couple of days. Let's do a little catch up, shall we? Of the last few days that I've been here. When I first came, it was around 9 p.m. So I just spent time catching up with my parents. The next day, I actually ended up just exploring Windsor again for like the memory that I had. So I went to the best spot for chicken shawarma here, or Shawarma Palace. It's the only one that is delicious, and the quality, I don't know, what he does is delicious and it hasn't changed. And then took a little memory stroll around downtown Windsor, and it really hasn't changed much, really. The graffiti alley is still there and it's still quite quiet. And then popped over to the cafe next door. Made myself a little peppermint hot cocoa, and I love the vibe of this cafe. In fact, like, this was the cafe that I studied a lot in because they're always open, especially if you are in the university area and you just need a place, or downtown area, and you just need a place to just study and just be quiet. Like, that's the place to go, especially like 7, 8. They're open pretty late in the night, and the staff there is always super kind. And then the next day we ended up going to Paul's Kitchen. It was okay. Like, there was definitely renovation in the Paul's Kitchen, but then I noticed that their hash browns were a little lacking. It wasn't as good as I remember it. But what I did like is that they still kept their iconic colorful Paul's Kitchen plates. I'm quite happy that at least they kept that. But their food-wise was actually good. I got an omelet. And then my mom had their buttermilk pancakes with like bananas on it. My dad had the same omelet as I did. It's just the hash brown wasn't crispy enough to my liking, actually. The last time that I went to Paul's Kitchen was maybe in 2016. It was that long ago. And I remember their hash browns being the viral hit. And, you know, everyone calling it a hidden gem. But then now, I don't know, it was okay. It wasn't the best, but it still is, you know, good diner food, I guess you can say, for local eats. So if you do want to support something that's local besides, you know, your breakfast chains that exist, I would highly, highly recommend you to go to Paul's Kitchen. And then today, woke up. What time did you wake up, Amma? 6:30. See, 6:30. I was editing the other vlog that'll go up this week up until 3 a.m. And then I, you know, was supposed to go to bed. But then I am in this mood of figuring out what my next iPad planner would look like, and this and this and this and this. And so I was on Pinterest and TikTok scrolling through different planners and what my 2026 planning would look like, what my calendar would look like, and all the fluffy stuff. Oh yes, I also need my mom to do a special kitchen tour. She actually spent all of yesterday organizing her spices and everything, and she actually has like a way better system in terms of organizing her spices and pantries and things. So if she's comfortable showing you. But yeah, we should do a separate kitchen tour. Okay, hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, as you're watching this, it's actually Christmas. Happy Christmas if you celebrate it. Weather is not very Christmas here, but I did hear in Toronto there is, you can peep in, there's like no snow on the ground. I love my little cover art. Well, you guys can hear me. I've been very bad with journaling. So yesterday was the first day after July 24th was the last day, and then December 24th was me getting back into it. A lot has happened between July and December, and only now I feel like a snake has finally shed my skin. That's how I feel right now. Ready to write it all on paper. Like sometimes the issue with journaling and like the self-help community is that forgets the aspect that you need to live life. I use this as an opportunity to catch up. It's like catching up with a best friend, but instead of, you know, it talking back to you, you read it and then you're just like, oh wow, this is what the last, you know, 4, 5, 6 months have been like. So what I'm gonna do, I usually do about 3 pages just to push myself a little bit. It helps me creativity wise, like especially if I'm scripting something for Basic Girl Approved episode or another video. It really helps when I'm writing to come up, you know, the juices are already flowed. It's very similar to like, you know, when you go to the gym, you're on the treadmill and only after about, you know, 10-15 minutes of doing a little bit of cardio, your muscles and your blood is like, okay, you know what, I'm good. And then you do a little bit of strength training. It's very much like that. I am exercising that part of my brain that is needed for, you know, creative thinking. Journaling really has helped in that. These episodes of Basic Girl Vlogs, spending time with my parents, are so extremely precious for me because, you know, this will live with me forever and ever. You know, there was a period in my past where I did regret not being able to capture moments and, you know, very, very special moments that will live with me forever. So I don't want to live with that regret. So I am so, so thankful to be able to share
this part of my life with you. And with that said, if there is a specific question you have for the meal prep queen, i.e. Amma, drop them in the comments down below and she will 100% respond to you, obviously under like my name. Bye. Oh yeah, remember to keep smiling, beautiful soul. Bye.